this homework, we are going to begin looking at character formatting. I understand you know how to format characters or do basics, so we're just going to review the basics and go on to some more advanced character formatting. So the first thing I want to remind you is, when you highlight, you get a mini toolbar that appears. You can do a lot of your formatting from this mini toolbar. You can change the font, you can change the sizes, and a lot of the things you need to do can be done from here. We're going to spend most of our time working from the Home tab in the Font group. That way, it makes it easier to see what we're doing. So let's select some text. We already know how to change the font. We know how to change the font size. There's a couple of tools right beside font size that you can also use to change it. Notice how when I use the key tips, it tells you that you can use the control and the greater than. That will also increase. In order to use this, you're going to have to hit Control, Shift, and then greater than. Notice it makes the font get bigger. The opposite would be Control, Shift, and less than to go back or to make your font smaller. Hitting the buttons would be just the same. But if you're ever wondering what the shortcuts are, usually it'll tell you when you use the key tips. And remember, the dialog launcher box will give you some other things. It'll also let you see what's happening as you do it. It'll give you an idea of what's going on. You can change the font size. You can change color from this box as well. So there's always multiple ways of changing things when you're in Word. One of the tools I want you to become familiar with is Text Effects. You click Text Effects. It gives you some ready-made formats that you can click on, and you can always adapt whatever you choose. Or you can outline, shadow. Reflect just means you're casting a shadow underneath. Notice how you can see a little bit of the word reflected. Glow makes it look like there's something around it. You can use other options and make it different, and obviously change the effects. You have options, which will bring up a text effects box, which will let you change different things. You can use presets, which are already built. You can make your own. This is something that is best, honestly, to go in and try and see what it does. I'm not going to show you every one. It would take too long. Next thing I want you to notice, but if you look, no fill means there's no color inside the letter. You have a solid fill, gradient fill. On text effects, you can make changes here and have a little bit more leeway. So let's say we want a shadow. We'll give it a blue shadow. You can adjust the size. Realize you've got it here, just basics. If you go into options, it brings it up here. So if I want to outline something, I can go here, choose my color, use key tips to choose my outline if I'm looking for a specific one or I want to make sure they match. I can even make the outline thicker. I can make it a different kind of outline. So you have a lot of different things you can do with the text. In gradient, when you click direction, it'll change the way the gradient looks. So you can have it radial, which means it kind of goes out in a circle. You may have it rectangular, path. Linear just means it's going to be in a line. Direction tells, do you want it to go up and down, side by side? How do you want it to do it? You can change the angle. Okay. There are a lot of changes you can make to make it look the way you want. Now looking back at it, you also have the option of changing the case of the letters. If you notice there's a big A, little a, that's your change case. You can use sentence case, which is what we normally do. Uppercase makes everything uppercase. Capitalize each word will make every word, the beginning of it, capitalized. If you click toggle cases, that means it's going to take all the things that are capital and make them small, and all the things that are small are lowercase and make them capital.